All right. It looks like things finished here. I'm patching up a client. Greetings, good afternoon, people. I don't have the game up yet. I'm working on it. I got like 1,000 things going on at once as usual. Let's see, I'll use that as my default copy. We have this weird thing where when I build a patch for live, the internal GM client always, if you run the patcher on it, it patches to the newest version no matter what it is. You guys get whatever version is published, so we get into a case a lot of times. Hey, thank you very much, Snugsy1, and Nubby Earwiggles, of course. But we get in this case a lot of times where internally we're patched up to a version ahead of what you guys are on, and sometimes they're not backward compatible, and then we end up not moving forward to that patch due to some horrible thing. And then that causes big problems. So I always keep at least 2 clients and try to patch them up in sequence. So I patch up one, and then like the next time I run it, I'll patch up the next one. The next time I run it, I patch up the next one. So I have like 3 copies of it. I was trying to remember which copy I needed to patch now so that I keep an old copy of it around just in case. Oh, ooh, there's a bonus 10. What's bonus 10 for today? Terminator? Is the Terminator the bonus 10? Hey, Lord British rules. Thank you very much. And I have nothing on screen right now. I'm trying to deal with fix that right now. So I've got lots of stuff today. I'm sure you guys are going to have plenty of questions, as always. But if we don't have enough questions, I'm going to be making some artifacts on the stream. I updated another, I think, 15 artifacts. There's only about like 8 left I have to update before they're all on the new system. While doing that, I also gave them a couple of passovers to improve some of them, because some of them were kind of like the sun halberd thing. That was not pretty, it was super lame. No one would ever use that thing, except for maybe looks. But anyway, so hold on. Okay, looks like I'm patched up now. So now you guys get to see me do... Oh, and I'm doing like 3 things at once as always, which one of them is I'm downloading the non-dev client in the background so I can test it. Hey, Amber Rain! That's a name I like seeing up and about, or at least up and about enough to stare at a stream. And I'm eating chips. I called it Atos and his grumpy dog because Mojito was behind me going... I don't have the camera on him, but I should put a mic on him. Okay, so let me get this thing tested so I can start uploading it. Nope, and thank you, Hollyhawk, for the resub. And let's see, let me verify that... Yeah, so I should be taking questions. If anybody has questions they want to ask, you can do the exclamation mark question thing. Did I log off in the Rise? Maybe I did. You guys will be happy to hear also that somebody brought up the concern that a lot of the stuff, like we put out the patch notes and there'll be, or the release notes or whatever, and there'll be like a page of Crown Store mentions and then only like a half page of actual bug fix feature stuff. So that is because, well, one, the 2 don't overlap. Who's responsible? Oh, okay. Well, John Marcus, you're in luck. My throat's feeling a little better today. I'll have to pick a song here. For those who don't know, if somebody gives me 1337 bits, I will embarrass myself by singing a song. Sometimes okay, sometimes badly. We'll see. Oh, dang. I lost where I was at. But anyways, let me get in here and test this real quick, and then I can hopefully get the build started uploading. Na, 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 na. And the download. So I normally download the client. I can show you that. Oh, yeah, look at that. That's what that black box is. Okay. Except it's not actually showing the download part of it. I was trying to show that I was downloading the client. Apparently that's not going to work. But anyways, the download's going slow because I'm syncing like 3 machines to our dev stuff. So we can actually get some people helping us with this project. Do. Alright, and usually what I'll do with this is I'll come in and I'll go and make sure creatures, I'm not getting any crazy exceptions. Get out of the way. Oh crud, I'm not. Before I get killed by this dragon. Also, next patch, I finally remembered to check in my changes. So the next patch will have some changes to dragons. I could talk for an hour about dragons. But I'll give you the quick version, which is, this is just the resistance pass that I'd promised. So the different... Fizzle, please check Discord and mail. Oh. Alright, I will. It looks like I got 14 emails and 7 new friend requests. That must be popular. But anyway, so the dragons, they all have a color. That's one thing that some people brought up. It's like they have a color, but they don't have different attacks and they don't have different resistances. Well, one of those things is easy to fix. One is a little bit tougher, but not that tough, and we're going to get that soon too. So this guy's an orange pit dragon. So red dragons, what do you think? Fire? Yeah, seems logical. Yellow dragons, sun. What do you think an orange dragon would be? So orange dragons are sun and fire, is what I have on my list anyways. So there's a base set of dragon resistance. This is how it works now. I know you all care. There's a base set of dragon resistances that all dragons get. And then based on the category of dragon it is, basically the color, because I associate them all with a school, they get bonus to their resistance. So a fire dragon, guess what? He gets a bonus. The way I worked it is, each one, if you're like fire, you get bonus to your fire resistance and the 2 adjacent trees. 1/3 the amount you get to fire resistance. So you get like 250 to... Oh no, it's level times 2 to fire resist. So for instance, for 150 dragon it'd be 300, and then level times... is it 1? I think I did 1. Level times 1 to the 2 on the side, so you'd get 150 of those. If it is so if it's, again, you have to think about the magic tree. I'll just ignore this dragon that's nuking me here. So you got the fire tree, the adjacent ones to that. These are kind of considered the friend schools. The opposing school is water. So a fire dragon is going to be extremely fire resistant, somewhat sun resistant, somewhat death resistant, and very water resistant. That's pretty much the pattern that's followed throughout all of them. So the orange dragon though, yellow dragon is sun. So it's going to be easy to kill with moon magic, tough to kill with sun magic, and a little tough to kill with fire and earth magic. Now there's a few of them. I went and looked at where the dragons were, and at least for the first couple I looked at, and I think for the majority of them, they felt like they made sense to make them extra special. This is one of them, just because he's my dragon. I don't know where my dragon went. He's around here somewhere. Dragon? Oh, there he is. But he is an orange dragon, which I made a combo of fire and sun. So he is very fire resistant, very sun resistant, a little earth and a little death resistant. But then he is also very susceptible to water and moon magic. So this is going live in R71. You can kind of pick out the same stuff. One of the challenges I had is blue. What is blue? What color is blue? And that's one that At first glance, I was thinking was kind of water, but actually, when you look at it, there's also a white, and then really water. White, I didn't want to have a life magic dragon that's supposed to be killing you. So water is actually going to be white, and air for electricity is blue. So when you see that, so if you see a purple dragon, just know that they are a combo of air and fire. So they're going to be resistant, 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 and then not resistant over here. So anyways, I know you guys didn't ask, but I was standing right here, and I thought I'd mention that. That's one of those things coming. Oh, and I know what I was talking about. The release notes. That's one thing a few people expressed concerns about was the release notes had a lot of Crown Store stuff and not much other stuff. So we're going to be updating that to get more stuff in there. But the reality is, like, adding something to the Crown Store can take 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Whereas adding like the new palette system that's coming online that has a bunch of stuff that comes with it, that may be one line on there, but Wizard Smoke has worked for the better part of 3 releases working on that. It still shows up as a one line on the release notes though, or maybe it got a paragraph and we expanded it because we want to make sure people acknowledge, recognize how cool it was. But anyway, so please don't do the thing where you go and you like count percentages or count how many lines are Crown Store items and not. I'm gonna see if I can get started or reduce that or combine them all so it looks like we're less that stuff. But the reality is, one line of text on a page does not equal 4 hours of work. It all depends on what it is how much time that takes. Let's see. And I mentioned the artifact thing. I think I mentioned the artifact. Maybe I just mentioned that on chat. But anyways, artifacts are being updated. I should have them. I might have them all for this release. Definitely going to have another 15 or so, including it's the folder. I can go ahead and give you guys the spoiler for which ones are updated. Let me find what I checked in. That is not it. Let's see. So the Hands of Lead, punch, punch. Troll Lord belt. Let's see. Blade of the Cutlass, Blade of the Quartermaster, Sword of Speed, Wand of Air, Wand of Fire, Crossbow of Accuracy, the Mace. Oh, this is one. The Mace of Elemental Slaying. You guys have the name for it in game as like Undoing or something like that. Where is that one? The name in game for this is Two-Handed Mace of Unsummoning. So I've been telling people it kind of has had a secret thing, which is, this is kind of when I was experimenting. People didn't know what it did. Well, one, the stats on it sucked. The cool feature on it is supposed to be that it does a elemental slaying hit when you hit it. It doesn't slay them, but it's supposed to do, I think, 3x damage. It wasn't doing that. So it was a secret. It was a mace, artifact mace, with a secret power that didn't work. Anyways, sorry, a little disappointed, I know. But anyways, that's also another one along with the Staff of Anarchy, Staff of Death, Claymore of. Let's see, I'm trying to remember if I gave this one a cool name. Ancient Two-Handed Sword Uncommon. That one did work. For those who don't know, that was a sword that is elf slaying sword. If you hit an elf with it, anything tagged as an elf should take extra damage. But the other stats on it suck bad enough that you'd never want to use it. So anyway, so the ones that were you guys kind of know how the artifact stuff works, or at least many of you do. You have the common, uncommon, rare, and legendary. And eventually epic will appear underneath those. But the ones you guys have now are being treated as uncommon. I've added in some common drops for them, so you can get some common ones. And what I had been doing is making whatever the current one was uncommon was staying where it was, and then I made a common above it that was weaker. So for these, the uncommon was pretty weak, and so they're kind of the common version, and I just boosted the uncommon version you have. But the stats that were on the uncommon are now what the common is, and then the ones you guys have will be getting better this next release, and then rare and legendary above that. Those swords basically, and the mace and some other stuff, basically all they're getting is a big damage boost, so they actually have more damage. Hold on, let me hide that box that's annoying, and then I'll get busy. Let's see. Let's see. So, House of Mingar. Just because I see it up on screen there and I have an answer for you. Rumors that the artifacts will be getting 2 more tiers. So I've looked at the numbers and I can do 2 more tiers. Probably right now there are actually a few legendary things out there. So the next thing I'll do is I'll add epic, and I'm assuming that's going to hold you guys for a few releases, but that'll probably be one coming up soon. If I add, and actually I'm looking at doing this for epic, there may be some other thing you have to do besides just taking 4 and combining them into it. You know, it may take 4 and combine it to make something, and then another thing has to happen. Which, again, that may be... Now I'm reading chat and getting distracted. That'll happen first, but that'll keep you guys busy for a while, I believe. I know you guys always surprise me. But, again, all those that you just heard that I just called off are being updated. I think that will leave the only ones that will be left that will not be updated yet will be the Kabbalist items, which I'm going to work with Beezus on those to try and get those updated somehow, improved somehow. The Boots of Skulking, Gloves of the Cut Purse, Boshnel's Belt, One-Handed Mace or Hammer of Breaking, Mace of the Undone, and Short Sword Snake, which is actually the Assassin's Blade. So Gwendolyn Obscura, that's one of those things I've mentioned is on a number of streams, is I probably won't update the artifacts yet because I'm planning on a major overhaul to actually try and introduce the ability to really be a bard. Again, you guys showed, if nothing else, I know those items are a little buggy. You guys showed that it deserves, you know, probably a full release of my time at some point to go and update the other ones. Oh, let's see, I gotta find a song. That's important now. Let's see. Yeah, so the artifacts will be getting the Bard artifacts will be getting an update, but they'll be getting them when the Bard stuff comes online, because I'll probably revamp them completely and make them tie into a whole Bard tree. You can expect the tree at the bottom to probably get another... Don't show me ads. I don't want to see ads. Down here, the strategy tree, just like we added taming at some point, we'll probably also add instruments. Musical prowess. That's a hard word to say. Let's see. Let's see. Pipester, thank you for your resub there. Sorry, I was looking at different lyrics here. How about, I don't know. Maxine, my amazing daughter, I think I've mentioned before that she knows how to do the Echo, the Amazon Echo, and tell it to play music for her, so which is kind of a dangerous thing, because she usually will say something like play dance music for me, and it'll just pick like top dance, and which generally has a lot of foul language in it and a lot of suggestive lyrics to it. But she's been playing Senorita lately. I love it when you call me Senorita. I wish I could pretend I didn't meet you, but every touch is ooh la la la. It's true la la la. Ooh, I should be running. Oh wait, I should be running. Ooh, you kept me coming for you. Land in Miami. The air was hot from summer rain. Sweat dripping off me. Before I even knew her name. La la la. It felt ooh la la la. I promised it would be bad, right? And embarrassing. Yeah, no. Sapphire Moon. I don't even know how to sing those. I love it when you call me Senorita. I wish I could pretend I didn't meet you, but every touch is ooh la la la. It's true, la la la. Ooh, I should be running. Ooh, you know I love it when you call me sin. Okay, that's... Maxine actually sings it amazingly well. I'll videotape her sometime and videotape. That's one of those things kids are going to ask. Why do you say videotape? I'll try to record her sometime. Hey, thank you very much, Snugsy1. That was 100 bits for me stopping. I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, I'm testing things. Let me load level. Sure, Celestis sounds good. So usually what I do when I'm doing these tests, and you'll notice I'm on a newer version of the client than you guys have, is I am going through and just making sure there's no big exceptions that come up. Some of the store stuff will be a little wonky because I haven't published the new server data yet. But other than that, it should be good. Let me look and see. Ooh, Teleporter to Tartarus is on sale. There'll be a couple more teleporters come online for... Oh man, I'm trying to remember which ones. The fall will be one. What's the other one? Oh, this is a good one. The Lost Veil one. I did the Lost Veil one. That is the Lost Veil teleporter that works kind of like the globe, the ball thing you guys already have, where it lights, like it only shows when the Lost Veil is open. It has that same thing, but it does the ball in the middle, and then you can use that as a teleporter. So you can put one of those in your town, and then when it opens up, you can do the teleporter to it. So the other thing I'll try to get out there at some point, hopefully by the release, is getting the lot versions of those. And again, I'm struggling with what to do with the lot versions of those because I don't want to take up too much of Damon's time, but I want to get those things out there in a smaller, cheaper, version of it. So those will probably, they may just be the bigger version shrunk down to be a quarter size or something like that, or an eighth size. They're pretty big. Let's see. Oh, I'm just looking in here actually to see, one, make sure I don't get a ton of exceptions spewing everywhere, which it doesn't look like I'm getting it. Oh, there's one to Lost Veil. Yeah, so I won't be able to buy this yet. There was a problem with your exchange. That's what it'll do until I publish the server data. But anyways, that's what it looks like, and it's got a little ball that appears in the middle when Lost Veil is open. And then this one is to the fall. I will warn you guys, I need to go... I realized this after I put it in there, and I've got on my very short list of things to clean up. But I need to go and put a warning thing that says, hey, you're about to go to a PvP zone. I'm getting a text message telling me something's horrible. Come on. All right. Oh, I know something I can show you guys that you'll also like. Let's see. Let me pick one of these guys. I'm going to do... I'll tell you what, assuming I publish the patch. No, I'm not going to be able to publish the patch just yet. I was going to say I could give out one of these guys. How about instead if I do a 4-pack of prosperity to start off with? And yes, I can actually transfer these things. I'll strip the heritage tag off of it, or at least make it. Maybe I'll leave it no trade and send it to you no trade. But anyways, we'll do a 4-pack of prosperity. Let me get that up as the thing so you can do the raffle, because that's why you're really here, so you can get your giveaways. All I know here is ooh la la la, it's true la la la, ooh you keep me coming. Hold on. Okay, go. Now you can go. That would be Demonix IV, Orchaic, Foo Bunny, Malarkey 777, and Z of Silverdale, Soul Stormland, and Strider Green. Sorry, you guys just missed out on the top 5. Old tradition that I do that. Let's see what new friends I have here, and then I'm going to get back to a little more testing, and then I'm going to start the upload. Actually, I think I can start the upload now. This seems to be pretty good. in terms of I haven't seen any exceptions. Oh, I hate those stairs. Come on, people. All right, let me start the upload on that. Hold on. And for those who don't know, we have a pretty good system in terms of putting the patches out there and all this stuff, where we've spent, years obviously building up the system to be more and more robust. But we actually have it to a point that once I have approved the build, which I'm giving it my early approval, I can start it uploading with a click of a button. And that actually starts it uploading to... Again, there's no reason I can't show you guys this stuff. 1 second. So right there it is. So you can see with the click of a button, I can start it transferring up to the Steam and the torrent seed boxes. Now it showed, if you were looking closely, you would have seen that showed it expects it to take 2 hours and 25 minutes. Or no, 1 hour and 34 minutes. That'll actually be quicker than that. I just went and, once a release, I have to go do data updates. It says the dev talk, right? I have to go do server cleanup stuff, because we do a patch and we use rsync to sync up some data in there. And if we don't clean it up every now and then manually, it starts taking longer and longer as it tries to figure out if it needs to copy stuff up. Let's see. Let me look at a few questions here, and then maybe I'll go look at some artifacts. Actually, let me do a little more testing first. Let me go to load level. Go to my little house, my abode. Somehow I'm 30 minutes into it. I haven't answered a single question yet. In case you're wondering, I'm not wearing just a plain white t-shirt because I'm a stay-at-home bum. This is my shirt. I had high hopes for this shirt, but the letters on it, first time I dried it, the letters on it all wrinkle up and it's not presentable to the public. I actually wore this to Maxine school the other day and totally forgot I had it on. And the teacher, I of course caught her reading my shirt, and then I had to be like, well, I don't think they can read that. Alright, so I got some exceptions there. I got some red text, which is what I'm looking for, but that's just because I haven't published the data for the server yet. Okay. Anyways, it's now copying up. I'll publish in about 2 hours, and then the next thing I get to do is do the QA build. So we had some QA problems, as you guys probably saw. We were having problems doing some data migration stuff we do, but that's why we practice it on QA. And we were taking turns, and Wizard Smoke had it last, and I was supposed to go back after he was done and click one final button. I never clicked it. So you guys didn't actually have a new QA this weekend. We opened it, but it was the old QA. It was actually the new QA was available. We just never set to publish. So I'm being told that I should not crunch stuff in my mouth on stream. I know, the wife yells at me too. Crunch, 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 crunch. Today I'm still drinking hot tea because I'm still a little under the weather, almost well. But let me see, what things can I do here? Can I move a piece? Yep, can move, okay. Alright, that's pretty much all I need to do for that part of the testing. We have a ton of other tests that run that are automatic. There's some things that are a little tougher to catch, and I just like the sanity check, honestly. Despite having thousands of tests, it's always good to have sanity check. Anyways, so that is done. I guess I can stay on this one. Oh, I could actually go and show you the other thing that'll be coming next release. Hold on, I'll have to show this to you in Unity because it's not on QA yet, but I'll get it in for the QA build tomorrow. Which is one of the things that people had complained about, is you guys have NPC towns. There's NPC towns out there. You could live in an NPC town, but why would you want to do that? That's That's lame. You want to live in your pots because you have a lot more control over them. Hold on, I'm waiting on something over here. But yeah, you guys want to live in your pots because you have way more control of them. They're a lot cooler anyways. That's, again, we're pushing that for episode 2, is there's enough pots out there, everybody can live in pots. If that situation changes, then we'll work out a solution for it. But I think there's, we can increase the number of square footage each pot gets, that type of stuff if we need to, but if it becomes a problem. But one of the things that NPC pots have that people have been complaining about that they couldn't have in their pot was you couldn't have, there were no like wild animals wandering around. And they wanted that. They wanted to have like, you go into those and there's like cats and stuff wandering around if you go into central Brittany. So let me get up Unity here. There we go. So it's just one of our little test bed levels. Ignore that it's completely open. So I placed some of these down. I placed them, I wasn't the governor, so I cheated and placed them on a normal lot. But these will be available for next release, probably. They may not make the initial part. I've already got them done internally. But yes, you'll be able to place I made 10 to start it off with, and of course, as usual, I didn't tell anybody I was making this junk. But there'll be a turkey, a pig, cats, 3 different types of cats, rabbit. Where's my sheep? Oh, there's the sheep. Sheep. They all have pretty good wander distances too, where they'll wander up to about 10 to 20 meters in any direction. You can see Mr. Reindeer's decided he's going to wander quite a bit. But these will be available as usual before we do these things. We'll put some of them as, we haven't decided whether they're going to be craftable, or maybe it's a crafting recipe that takes a taming necklace and you got to go tame one and bring it back, or something. But there'll be some way you can get them, or maybe we'll just have a merchant who sells them. That's the animal trainer. But there'll be some way you can buy some of them in game, gold or whatever, or craft it, and then some will be in the store. So you probably expect some of the simple stuff, like maybe a rabbit, a cat. Where's my squirrel? There's a squirrel around here somewhere too. Dang it. Oh, but these will work. The way these work is there's just a deco spawner that you place. I need to go add milk to that bowl. That was my idea, was I'd make the cats. See, the cats get a bowl, so they have a bowl of milk. And you'll be able to go and place these. And these are things that you can place. They're only going to be placeable on pot lots. You won't be able to place them on a personal lot. So again, these are just kind of meant for flavor if town leaders or whatever, town governors want to add some flavor to their town and have stuff roaming around them. This came up because people were saying they really wanted to have a bunch of, a town square that's just littered with cats. They have cats everywhere. Snugs likes that idea. Thank you very much, Snugsy one. But anyways, those will come out, and again, those will be placeable on pots only. We could put them on lots, but these actually, the way these work is when you enter into town, they appear, like they'll spawn just like a normal creature would. So it's not one of these things where, they don't see them unless you're online or they go to your lot or something like that. They're always there. So when they walk into town, there's going to be rabbits there if there's a rabbit spawner. There's going to be reindeer there if there's a reindeer spawner. And can you imagine if every player in a little town dropped down, 10 pig spawners or whatever, or 10 sheep spawners? Yeah. The sheep doesn't seem to want to wander. Sheep? Why wander? I may need to go check his settings, make sure they're all in the same settings as that guy over there. Because reindeer's doing great. You're doing a great job there, reindeer. Good job. Good job, reindeer. Except, what is going on with your neck? What is that thing? Oh, is that a bow around your neck? I think it's a bow around his neck. But anyway, so there's that. That'll be out there. That'll be out there next release. Again, another little thing you guys can have for your pots. And yes, I think you can actually, if you place those, I think you can kill them and skin them. Because I think they work pretty much like normal stuff. I don't think there's a shortage of rabbits in the world or something, so. Hey, thank you, NBNN News, and also Stymie LLTS. Syndicate people, yes, I did finally get your prizes sent out. Last fishing tournament, I got the prizes sent out. I have not sent out the stream prize stuff. I will get those, I promise. I'm a little bit behind on those. And let's see. And let me check to make sure no errors have come up. Alright, it's copying up. Go, go, go. Hold on, I gotta watch to see how it's progressing there. Okay. You'll also see on this one, I screwed up a few times. I clicked the wrong button a few times. Don't ask. Actually, I didn't screw up by hitting the wrong button. I started the build and then clicked submit on a change list, and I was worried it might be off. Like some of the builds get one change list and some of it not get a change list. So I stopped them all a couple times. So you'll see the patch will go from 1053 to 1057 maybe. That's on live, of course. Let me do a quick drawing and I'll throw up something cooler for a prize there. And then I'm going to eat a potato chip away from the camera. Raffle up. Weren't you going to answer questions? Yes, that's good. I should answer questions. Okay, let me pick. Let me do the drawing. Well, looky there. What do you think, Mr. House of Mangar? Should I answer questions or should I give you your prizes? And making art. Okay, so I'll answer questions for like 10 minutes. Snugs, I don't think there's any way I'm going to get to artifacts. Somehow, like, poof, 40 minutes went by with me babbling about actual game stuff. I could be babbling, telling you all about Maxine's baby frogs. They were frog eggs, then tadpoles. Now they're turned into baby frogs. They're getting like their little back legs. It's going quick. All right, let me, I'll send you your stuff here in a minute. Let me do, since that one is on sale, let me do a teleporter to Tartarus, because you're going to want to go there next release. I'm working on that now. Teleporter to Tartarus. Tartarus. Bam, open. Let me go ship you your stuff, Fizzle. Got it? Oh, look at all the emails. Oh, so many new emails. Fizzle. Let's see. Prosperity. Oh, man, I don't even know which one I was supposed to give you there. I'm just going to give you some of these guys. I think I'd do that for all of them. Bam. All right, let's see. I remembered to open the giveaway. All right, let me answer a few questions, and then I will talk, Snugs, I will talk about artifacts. I'll go through the list because there's I need to identify. Again, I was hoping to make 8 for this release. 5 to go in tartar sauce, and 3 to go in despair. Let's see, where's my questions here? Is there something to improve the PvP system? Yes. So again, it's no secret that the PvP stuff is one of my passions, and also I can go into a million different reasons why PvP is the better thing for a team, especially a small team, to be working on, because it's pretty much endless content. Now, that said, there's a lot of people who don't like PvE. I understand that, and they don't want to be forced PvP or PvP. So one thing that's going to be going in for the PvP now that will not be a PvP system, there are some PvP system things going in, but for R71 you should have the PvP section of tartar sauce working well, and I expect that to be both highly rewarding and very attractive to PvP players. So expect that to arrive in R71. For those who haven't seen it, it's basically a maze that's set up to be fairly optimized for PvP, with a wave battle in the middle of it, and rewards that then spawn out in the maze after each wave. So you can imagine for PvP area, this will be a highly contested area. For PvP system long terms, we are looking at faction stuff. Travis and I at some point, maybe as we get closer to Christmas, we'll make that your Christmas present that will at least tell you the hard plans for that. The other couple of things is, one, the obelisk plan that I've talked about before. This is basically, there are, that's not what I call them. What are they called? Not trophies, not obelisks, not artifacts. Brain. Anyways, this is the idea that there's a unique set of 3 totems that are basically like shrines that you can place in your town. They can only be placed in a PvP town, and the other thing that's different about them is they can only be used by somebody who has a lot in that town. So you have to own a lot in a PvP town to come and get the blessing off this thing. The other things that's different is that they can be destroyed by attacking them. And if they're destroyed, and again, these things will have in the several million, we're going to have to do some testing on it, but several million hit point range, be really tough to destroy. They will take a while to destroy. It's not something that one guy's going to run up and do by himself. One guy will probably not be able to keep up with the regen rate on the things. But those will be the contested items, that those will be contested between different PvP towns. But again, that's not like the whole plan for PvP. That is a single item for PvP. The PvP faction system is something that's going to be big. As I've mentioned, I've told you guys, one of the big things I'm focusing on as the new the buck stops here guy is the new sheriff in town, but is on getting more players into game through different systems. I've reached out to now 7 other projects. I've heard back from 4 now, who all are super interested in doing lots of cross promotions, which again involves I've got them all to agree to all of the different things now, but the ones I've heard back from so far are so we can pimp each other in our newsletters. I know that's not going to do that much. We do that already for most of those guys anyways, without any expected kickback in return. But cross promotional items, so get item, buy item A in game A and get item A in game B, or some item that's similar. Obviously, we don't have identical systems. But that is to promote it, so like the game that sells the item, cool, they get some users, or they get some money. The other game gets a new user that will be more likely to log in and actually try it, just so they can go and get the item that they feel like they're getting for free. Again, that's one of those things that encourages players to cross-play between games, but that is something, again, part of my belief is all this cross-promotion serves us well, because we are one of the most playable, most fun options out there. Again, I agree with the PvP comment that we need some love on PvP. I think the PvP system's good. There's just no reason to PvP. I think our combat for PvP, I think, is getting closer. Still a few balance issues, I know. That part's not the problem. Our problem is giving you guys better incentive to PvP. Oh, and then the other thing's doing cross-streaming. I'm hoping to get some cross-streaming stuff set up. It started as early as week after next. Somebody's supposed to be getting back to me, but hopefully we can do some cross-streaming very soon. Do not cross the streams. Yes, I did work on a Ghostbusters game for the Wii. Ghostbusters Wii, best game ever. Let's see. Antrex Artec. So I still hope to improve old PvP zones. Again, that's one of the things, because they get so little use. I think all the shard zones are... you guys know I've taken some passes at improving some of the non-PvP scenes. For episode 2, I do believe those shard scenes are actually, they live up to the visuals of what we want for episode 2. I think, like, the quality. I think several of them are really good quality. But I plan on moving some of those over and basically taking a pass on at least 1 or 2 of those to update those guys to be modern episode 2 worthy. Griffler, are you still going to make the remaining artifacts work with a new combining system? Yes, as I just mentioned, I think you asked that probably before I went over the list. Those are the ones that are happening for sure, because I already did them for R71, but that only leaves about 6 or 7 that are not done. The 2 more tiers thing, I already addressed that they're going to get an epic. We'll see about mythic. Let's get through epic first. Let's see. In the end, what are the intentions of the team regarding the faction systems in RVR? I would like to get more factions in there, more than just like UO factions. I mean, that's another thing we don't really have, is we don't have like a world faction of, every town loves everybody equally, and there's no way you can get towns to hate you type stuff. I'd love to see both types of faction systems in there, kind of like a WoW faction system and also, or a EQ faction system as well as a UO faction system. I know we use that same word for way too much stuff, but... for the realm versus realm, that is one of the goals. The artifact, the town shrine, PvP shrine thing that I mentioned will probably continue to evolve into something that is more of a realm versus realm. So it'll basically be you pick your realm based on who owns what. Let's see. Kathy888, Chris, can you change it where each character on your account can be in different guilds? I don't think we can. That's one of those things that we it wasn't hard-coded. I mean, we could. It would just be a significant amount of work. But that was part of the long ago mini debates. If Lord British Rules is still out there, he can probably elaborate some on that. Yeah, that's part of your character stuff. Let's see. In consideration for ancient essences, getting it as loot, as the artifact system is fantastic, but hard to keep them on as essence is getting scarce. Oh, the ancient essences, not the creature essences. Yeah, that's actually one of the things I was hoping would start happening. For those who don't know, again, this is kind of an advanced game thing, and you guys know full well that there's a lot of stuff in the game that's a mystery, and there's some people who probably know as much or more about all the mysteries in the game. And when I say mysteries, I pretty much mean undocumented systems. But if I say mystery, that sounds way better than undocumented system, right? But one of those things is that there's artifacts in the game. There's ways to repair artifacts. You need ancient essences. To get ancient essences, you need to take artifacts and destroy them. So basically, destroying one artifact will give you something that you can use to repair another artifact. So that system was all fine, except it was completely bloated, and there were too many junk artifacts that people would tear down, so you always had plenty of ancient essences. Well, guess what? Now things have changed a bit. Which is now you can combine them. So now there's actually a purpose for them other than just tearing them down. So now the scarcity's gone in the other direction, where now there's not enough ancient essences because people are actually putting all the artifacts to use by combining them. So that's one of those things. I'm not too worried about it. I know it'll balance out quite a bit just over time. So Another thing that I need to take a look at that I can warn you about in terms of repairing artifacts is I know some of the artifacts that were there, I saw them today, I gave them pretty low health, so they'd be destroyed quickly. I need to go fix that and turn the health up, so at least as you get into the rare and the epic, they're at least at like 100-point level. So looking at that today, I think the Staff of Anarchy is like max 50, and then you get to epic and it's max 50. But anyways, I will try and work on that too. House of Mangar. You can tell where House of Mangar's concern is. How's the work on the PvP queue and ladder associated with it going? We need this badly. And yes, so this is something, again, that I have my own little dreams, and we have to just sit down and figure out, make our priority list, and that's one that I really want. But I think it's also one that, depending on how the Lua stuff goes, that you guys might be able to help us with and come up with a system that's better than what we could deliver for you guys. And I can get more into that, but again, that's talking about Lua. I can talk for hours on it. But again, that's a system that I think you guys might be able to make quicker than us outside the game, and then we can help supplement it and open up features for it. Again, hoping you guys, I know I've already had at least a dozen people tell me they're super pumped about the Lua stuff and ready to go write tons of stuff and write our game for us, which is not what you're going to be able to do, but you will be able to do a lot of stuff for it. The thing that, of course, is adds even more power is you'll be able to call, for techies out there, you'll be able to call curl and other stuff like that, so you'll be able to talk to a server through your own Lua scripts on your box, so you'll be able to do things like you could have a queue where you could write your own Lua thing that, you type /join queue or /Lua join queue or whatever, and it puts you in the queue, and you can see the queue of who's in the queue and how many people are waiting. But anyways, that's one of those that'll be a short term. You guys can unlock something, and as always, you guys are really sharp. I mean, especially our audience. This is not just me sucking up to you guys, maybe a little, but you guys are actually, in terms of people who play PvP games or MMO games, the people who play Shroud of the Avatar are way above average in terms of intelligence and experience in MMOs. And it's one of those things too that I hate. Hate saying it, but you guys come up with as many good ideas as we do, and it's up to us. We're trying to implement them so as quick as we can, and we have to set our priorities. But this is one where you guys have great ideas on it, and I think you guys might be able to implement it yourself before we can get to it, and then we can come back and clean it up or give you guys more tools to make it more gamified. So, anyways, enough blabbering. John Marcus, will Tartarus Teleporter get a selection of which area of Tartarus to jump to? I actually was looking at that when I was setting up the ones today. I always forgot, when I set up the first ones, I forgot that. When we set the teleports, we can set what part they go to. We added a while back, we added some additional text. When you click use a teleporter, you'll be able to pick what part you want to go to. So when you enter a town, or you can use the boats or whatever, and you can pick different stuff. I will try and get those updated so you can pick what spot you can go to. Not sure which ones they are, and honestly I didn't know which teleport or which entrance I set it to, because the teleporters in Tartarus were named pretty poorly. That's my bad. Can you play pool with Gust Ball 6-pack? Oh, that is a great idea. I have no idea. I did see one and only just checked in some Gust Ball fixes. Hold on. Let me go read those off. Uh-oh, and I'm going to have to get moving here. Let's see. Gilbert. Gust ball issues on non-flat terrain. Change collision mode to continuous speculative. Seems to play nicer with terrain. That was his comment. Let's see. Unable to sheath halberd while auto-attacking. Let's see. Virtue Cloak not non-functional when using as a pattern. Fixed. Bug spray emote no longer shows cloud of gas when spraying. Let's see. Fixed. Alright, I guess there's just one Gust Ball thing. I know there's a Gust Ball thing. Let me do another prize, and then I'm going to do another one. Actually, you know what? I'm going to wait for about another couple minutes, and then I'll do 2 prizes at the same time because it is 3 o'clock, and as you guys know, I can't be late. I must pick up my child. My wife is convinced that if I ever miss picking her up at the bus, that Child Protective Service is going to come and take her away. Anyways, let me see. Hold on one second. Let me share that out there again. Share out a link if I can find it. A while back, I asked players to write up some artifacts. I actually did turn a few of them into artifacts, but I didn't turn as many as I wanted to. Let's see. So let me go ahead and share this one out there again. This has names on it. I have not touched these in a couple months. But let me share this with you guys. So I'm going to make 8 artifacts. I'll try and pick at least a couple of them off this list, but I'm probably going to make them tomorrow morning early. But I think that is something you should be able to get into. Looks like there's an anonymous lemur here already. Oh, now there's an elephant, a llama, a wolf, some other junk. Oh, and thank you, Gabriel HHG and Yuritop. Yurtiope, and Buccaneer, and Z of Silverdale, and Snugsy one. But anyways, if you guys want to go look at that list that's out there, those are some ideas that players added a while back. I actually took a few of those already, but I'll be taking some more of these. If you guys want to throw them in there, again, just follow the format that's there. Don't be a dick about it. Don't go like erase other people's stuff or anything. They didn't do anything bad to you. But anyways, and I'll look at that. Again, I was hoping to make some artifacts on air here, but I got distracted, and time flies as soon as I get on air, and an hour has flown by, and I need to do a drawing already, and then run to a bus stop. So again, sorry I didn't get more done today. Wednesday will be a team meeting, so I may end up streaming tomorrow. Oh no, you know what? Tomorrow I'm going on a field trip with Maxine. Yeah! My first field trip. I'm the official photographer for the field trip. It's very exciting. So I won't be streaming tomorrow. So I'll probably stream. I may stream on Wednesday and Thursday. We'll see. I'd like to get some more streaming time in with you guys. Maybe I can show off some of the artifacts. But let me draw 2 names here, and then I gotta call it a day. I'll do the first one. I'll give away. Let's see. The first one I'll give away. Hedge fence thing. And then the second one, I'll give away the teleported Tartarus. Here we go. First drawing. Pick winner. You're all raffled up. I'm just going to click the pick winner twice button. Pick winner. Draken Naruto. Yay. That will be for the hedge maze. And then for the Tartarus entrance, it is. And Julie Garrett. You guys need, I think, Draken Naruto. I think you're... Just Draken Naruto. Maybe. Probably. There you are. Okay. Hedge is coming into you. Hedge. Ooh, how about if I do, which one's the straight piece? Corner, long, tall. Gonna give you an extra 10 of those. I think those are more fun to play with. Here, now you can maze it out. Enjoy. Let's see if person number 2, are you possibly Anjuli Garrett in game? Let's find out. Pink sparkly dye still. So I know that's one of those things some people have been talking about. They want to bring back the whatchamacallit store. Make Things Wonderful store. You know. Our charity store stuff. And I found out like it's not just that you guys want to help charity stuff, that there's some things that you guys really want. So we're working on something. Am I doing that? Who's doing that? Stop that. Whoever's doing that. Pretty sure I'm not doing that. Why is my box moving around? But yes, we're going to find a way to get that stuff back. Again, it's... All right, the person who just did that has made themselves known. That was quite an exciting thing there. Trying this again. Anne Julie Garrett. Oh, I know what was wrong with that. That needs to be, I need to remove that thing there so I can actually put it on there. It still does that weird little hop thing. There you go. And you get a special no-trade version of it, too. How about that? Thank you, Snugsy1. Thank you, Snugsy1. Oh, and I love it. We're getting the extra 10 bits for the Terminator. Bits leader. Guys, again, it is 3:06, and somehow I've managed to... What about glitter to add to regular crafted dyes? Ooh, I'm trying to think how we can do that. We do actually, because it uses a shader that we just do a shader swap, and we can have secondary materials on it. We can have it so you can change the secondary, the detail material, or texture in the material. Or change the spec, maybe, because really the spec is what would make it glitter. Anyways, good idea, but I got to get going here pretty quick. So guys, again, thank you. Sorry I didn't get to more questions today. I know I babbled a lot. Hopefully you got some useful information out of me, and now you see why I try to do 2-hour streams whenever possible. Because when I do an hour stream, it goes poof, and it's gone. And I only sing one song. So it wasn't the song. I love it when you call me senorita. Ooh la la la, it's true la la la. Let's see, we got Fizzle, Famines, Iwacko, Lovely Wivet. Oh, these are all good names here. Looks like they're all actually playing. Let me see who Lola the Dinosaur is. That's a name I haven't seen. I like doing the names I haven't seen before, like people who are not yet. Let's see. Oh, they got 75. How about this person? How are they doing? Oh, 37. Lovely. Wait, where are you? Why are you not here? Okay, they're moving around. They're doing stuff. I'm going to go with Lovely Wivet because they are not an affiliate yet, and I like making people affiliates. Go give them a follow. Lovely Wivet. And I'm going to be on Fizzle's show. I got to talk to him. He's probably sent me an email about it, but I'm going to be on his show to try to talk to him about stuff. He always is full of ideas and constructive and good about writing them down and being patient. Right? Patient? Right? But anyways, guys, thank you so much for the stream, for joining me in the stream today. Again, I'm going to be streaming as much as I can here for the next few weeks, just because I know there's an extra pile of questions going on from you guys. But release is coming up Thursday in like 10 days, 11 days. And lots of good stuff going in for that, including a lot of stuff I haven't told you about yet. But anyways, guys, thank you so much. And let's go raid Lovely Wivet, also known as Zach Zaras. Zach Zaras. Let's go. Uh-oh. Did they just log out? No, they're there. Okay, here we go. Raiding up, guys. And again, thank you so much for all the support and the bits and the follow and listening and the good questions and keeping things constructive. And I will see you guys again as soon as I can. Bye. Oh, I'm still on there.